Hello gamers, and welcome to some more preview content for the upcoming Tribute to the Liberation of Italy DLC for Steel Division 2. And this time I'm going to build the my fifth Gebirgsjäger deck. As per usual, let me know what you think. I personally think it would be a bit difficult to build it as a rush deck. Even though the prices are actually quite decent for these units, they are all not super expensive, not like 30, 40 points or anything like that, so that's maybe an option. Because the division lacks, armored punch quite a bit, and not much AT in the AT tab either. Possibly it's an option to rely on later bomb runs. So maybe push in Play It Maverick and push in B phase might be an option as well. Because you can actually get these planes rather early. But let's take a look at Reckon first. I definitely want to go for the Gebirgsaufklärer. Because they've got the sniper rifle, and I think I'll bring them in A phase. I think I'll bring them unvetted. They already have very high optics. And I think that should be enough. I don't want to lose one, or maybe one, upvet one. 80% accuracy instead of 70. Yeah, let's go for one. We only lose one guy, and then we can put like 1, 2, 3, one left, one mid, center, one right. I quite like the Fusilier. For a Reckon squad it's quite beefy with 9 guys, and it's very versatile. It's got long range capabilities. So this is going to be a B phase unit. We are obviously going to bring the SPW, and I think I'll bring it in A phase already. Question is, should we upvet it once? We'd lose quite a bit of availability. I think I won't upvet it. Might be a mistake, but I hope it'll do. And we could actually fill in more slots here, but we'll see. Infantry wise, this is kind of our main line, cheapish infantry. And then this is our one CQC option with the jerrycan. The other one is this one, more for city fights. So they are for forest fights. Personally, I think I'll bring them in B phase because it's more likely that we push through a forest in B phase if we don't rush in A phase, and then, well, they can come for forest fights as well. We can bring them in A phase 5. Whom do I want in A phase? I think the flamethrower is slightly worse, despite having it's clearly only for forests, and this is also for cities. Let's do it like this. So we've got CQC. This is really good for city fights. Let's bring it in B. And maybe also in A, also with the double LMG. We can get into some nice locations. I think single vetted will do. I do want some numbers as well. I don't think we have quite enough units in A phase just yet. But we still have the Gebirgsjäger, our kind of line infantry, or like mixed infantry. Single vetted in A phase, single vetted in B phase, and then unvetted in C phase, I'd say. So we do have like 14, 19 in A phase, 24 in B phase, plus these guys, 36. I think I would like to go for a leader unit as well, and I think I prefer the Panzerschreck. And let's bring them in A phase. Quite expensive now, but we'll see. I think this leader unit, well, might supplement infantry early on. We definitely need the Stück in B phase or C phase. Let's bring it in B phase. Single vetted, so that we have 8. This can only come in B phase. But it's not really good. Let us... I think I'm kind of leaning towards Maverick a little bit. Let's keep that in mind for now. I mean, that would be a good option maybe to bring these guys in B phase and this Führer in A phase. Anti-tank, we want to use all slots. We definitely bring the Püppchen. We definitely need a Panzerschreck, that's for sure. But I'll bring it in B phase to get some numbers. And 1 Pack also in B phase. Anti-air, not many options. Obviously A phase, single vetted, because unvetted it's just not good enough. And then also in B phase. And some trucks in B phase as well. We need to clear the skies in B phase. Let's jump to artillery quickly because we filled the well, there's some more 1-point slots here first. We definitely take the Gebirgsjäger. I think I'll upvet them once because I only lose 1 unit. And we bring 2 of them. 1 more in B phase. I think also this might be helpful for maybe a B phase push. So let's actually double vet it in order to maximize the rate of fire. Bring 2 of them. LG40 is really good anti-infantry gun that we could already bring in A phase, but it's only 2 unfortunately. But the range with the AG shells is incredible. Let's take it. Let's take the Linz commander to build up a leader network, command network, and I think I prefer the versatility of the Kübel ammunition truck. B phase is sufficient. We don't have the IG 18 here now, but we do have this one instead. Let's quickly compare the HE capabilities. They are very similar, slightly better, more damage. Well, damage 2.2. What's the damage here for the HE shells? Also 2.2, 176, 2,496. It's kind of the same. This one doesn't have AP shells. We could, they are cheaper, well they're actually more expensive, but we could bring double vetted 4 as well. Yeah, let's go for this tanky unit. Artillery and air, we've got 7 points left, so that would be 4, and that would, okay, we need to reconsider things. Okay, I think the Recon plane might be helpful, but I'm not sure about it because of the amount of points we've got. I definitely want to take this fighter bomber. You know, A to fight and B to take out AT. We also need more fighters. I think 1 fighter ain't enough given our poor AA tab. Definitely the cluster bomber. Let's say B phase, definitely one of these bombers. I will go for the one with the 2 500 kg bombs in B phase. Yeah, this one is possibly not good enough. The tank buster would be an interesting option, but also a costly one. I think we can maybe even get rid of the truck here. Let's get some artillery. We definitely need the SK-18 for counter battery purposes. I bring it with the ammunition truck, so we can also move them if I can manage the micro. Then this 105mm cannon seems ace with all the precision and stuff. We bring that in a B phase. Then we need an A phase mortar, I'd say. That would be the cheap one. With a Kettengrad, which is not the fastest option. 50, 70, but you know, what shall we do? And then I will take the off map in B phase in where we need to push. We've got 1 point left, that's very unfortunate. What could we remove? I think potentially, I mean, I do want the command units. We will need a Pak 40 just in case. We could potentially remove this leader and play without leaders in A phase. And now we've got 4 points that we can spend on AA, artillery or air or recon. I think the Gebirgsjäger might be helpful for attacking in B phase, so let's actually bring them again. The idea being, if we've got 2 of them, they spot like everything, they can shoot at support units, and also, you know, they will be supported by you know, the Stück M42. Maybe we should bring this one in A phase though. Availability drops by 3. So let's maybe bring them, single vetted. Yeah, in A phase though. Okay, so we've got some more, 1 tank unit at least, 1 proper tank unit. And if we really go Maverick, it might be worth giving this one veterancy, because if you play Maverick, you want veterancy. But there seems to be a bug here, because as you can see, the values don't change. Oh, now they do. Okay, good. So let upvet them, increase rate of fire, less suppression, let's do it actually. Okay, so 2 more points and they will go to the air tab, because I would like to try out this tank destroyer in B phase. Or spot things with this nice little plane and use the radio. But I think we need something more to destroy enemy tanks. So let's go for this one for test purposes. 5th Gebirgsjäger. And that would be Maverick. But we need to take a look at the amount of units we've got in each phase. So A phase we've got Aufklärer and the SPWs. Then we do have our commando units and very dedicated CQC. We have 1 tank. We do have the HMG and the LG42. We only have 1 in the deck, that's obviously not that much. Then we have the Püppchen. Because they have to come in A phase and we have more availability with the Panzerschreck in B phase. 1 AA piece, single vetted. a mortar and a fighter bomber. In B phase we have lots of Fusiliers. I want to include them in the push, making use of their sniping capabilities, and our other B phase units, like this one at least, the Gebirgsjäger, and also the Führer and the Streif, they have AT capabilities, so I want to know where we are going to. And then we've got a C phase of card of Gebirgsjäger. Wait, B phase still, Stück 3, obviously single-vented ammunitions, a Stück M42 to support the push, and also some more Gebirgsjäger HMGs. We've got the Panzerschreck, the Pak 40s. Possibly I could single-vet them. Usually you would not upvet your Paks, I think, but given that this is now Maverick, it's could be an option. Here, okay, then in B phase also we've got the Gebirgshowitzer to support the push, maybe radio support by the Gebirgsführer. So they push together with the Recon, and then the Gebirgshowitzer can shoot with super accuracy, and then we use the SK-18 for counter battery fire. It might be an option to not give them the ammunition stuff because it makes them more expensive, but I think in Maverick we've got enough ticks, points per tick, so we can actually bring them out with ammunition and save that for more frontline duty. The off map is an obvious choice, I think. And then with regards to plane, we've got more fighters. They have to come single-vetted. We've got the tank buster, lots of cluster bombers, and also this bomber. Could be so. And then if we push something, we still have some planes left, I assume, in C phase, and could bring some planes to maybe help hold positions. That's kind of the idea, I think, that I have with this deck. Another option would possibly be to go heavy on artillery and take something else like maybe the Führer unit, for example, and or the 120mm mortar, maybe the Beobachter, and also get 2 more planes, in particular the Sparviero. Might also be an option to do like some early game sniping with these planes. Might be a viable strategy as well. But then you'd possibly get rid of some Recon, and maybe one of the HMGs also. Yeah, but that's the idea for the deck. Let's save it, and in the next video I will test it against the hard AI. Thanks a lot for watching. Until then, bye for now.